Welcome back to another DB Disc Golf video. Today, I got a little bit of something different. We're gonna be doing a 3-disc challenge. I just got all these discs. This one I actually received from a customer that came into my work. We started talking about disc golf and everything like that. He asked me if I had ever thrown one of these. I said no. He said, here you go, you can have it. And I was like, wow, man, I really appreciate that. It's crazy how cool the disc golf community actually is. The other two I picked up from my local disc golf store, the Disc Golf Center in DeBary. This double stamp Z Buzz, big Z Buzz. I've never really been a buzz guy before. I'm kind of more of a hex thrower for like straight mid-range shots. But you know, everybody loves a buzz, super popular. I'm gonna give it another try. I haven't thrown one in a long time. And then I got this Prodigy PA5. Now, the reason I got this is because it's that new 400 ultra soft plastic. And I'm just curious. And this was in the used section for 10 bucks. So, I mean, why not? We're gonna play the back 9 on River City Nature Park Alpha Course. We're playing short tees to red baskets. So basically the shortest layout, because I mean, I don't even have, this is an 8-speed and it's kind of flippy. Well, it says -525. I've only thrown it in a field like twice. It seems pretty straight. I think that's the disc we're gonna go with here. I'm gonna try it on forehand. I'm just gonna go forehand, left of this tree. I guess I should mention the goal. The goal is to try to get even par or better with just these 3 discs. I think it's doable. The back 9 out here is definitely the easier of the 2 9s in my opinion, but we'll see. Oh, it is more stable than I thought. Oh, and what a kick off the tree. All right, I think the basket's just on the other side of that tree, so that should be pretty dang good. I apologize for the wind. Hopefully it's not too bad. I got the wind muff on my mic, so we'll see how it sounds. All right, we ended up in not too bad of a spot. The basket's actually further than I thought. Here, I'll show you. So we came in from down there. We actually kicked off of this tree right here, and I thought the basket was in that position right there, which would have been an excellent shot. The basket's actually up in there, which still, pretty good shot. We're just gonna try to throw a little floater with this PA5. I'm pretty sure it's pretty understable, so I'm actually just gonna kind of toss it up on some Anheuser. Yeah. That should be a par to start us off. Okay, hole 2. It's about 280 feet. It says it's in the C position. That's this kind of corner of trees. It's dead straight from the tee pad, just on the other side. I'm not the biggest bomber in the world. I don't throw the farthest. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this disc all the way there, but that's okay. But I'm gonna give it a full rip, and because it seemed on the last shot to have more stability than I give it credit for, I'm gonna try to throw this on Anheuser, see if I can get a full S-line flex out of it. That was thrown on Anheuser, big flex. That actually got really good distance. Honestly, if that was at the basket, we'd probably be in the circle. It was outright though, but that's okay because I just don't want to end up in those trees. So, little upshot, see what we can do. All right, pretty good position here. We are actually almost pin high. I think I'm just gonna try to forehand this PA5, give it a little flick up in there. I'm actually terrible at forehanding putters. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, that was one of the better throws I've ever thrown. Cool. Hole 12, hole 3 of the challenge. They've got the pin position basically out this gap to the right in the field. There's kind of a shortcut through these trees right here. And I think I'm gonna try to take that line with a forehand and see what we can do. Okay, that disc is just never gonna be stable enough to come out of that much angle, but I think we at least made it to the other side of the trees, so we should have an upshot. So we basically ended up where we would have if we had just thrown straight down the gap from the tee, because I threw it on so much angle that I'm sure it landed on the field here on the other side and just cut rolled out to here. So I think I'm gonna throw the Buzz just because we haven't really thrown it yet. Sit. All right, we're gonna have our first tester of a putt for par. That thing is dead straight. I mean, it's pretty much a Buzz, dead straight. All right, well, after our lackluster upshot here, we got a little bit of a tester. About 22 feet? All right. And we sank it. Cool, so we're even par through the first 3 holes of the challenge. Now, reminder, we're playing the back 9, so we're on to hole 13. But even par through the first 3. That's pretty good. All right, hole 13 here. It's out there in the field. This is one of those shots where there's multiple different lines to try to take. And what you're really looking to do is just get one of the lines out to the next field to have an upshot from there. It's a par 4. It is a very doable par 4, even with our 3 discs. So I'm gonna throw this west side bear again. And I'm gonna try to go through the right gap. I'm gonna throw it on Anheuser again like we did on hole 11. Get it through that right gap. Oh, I grip locked it. Just get lucky. Okay. I did not hear it hit a single thing, but I also did not see it come back. So we're going on a walk. Okay, unfortunately, it did, in fact, catch a tree. So I'm gonna just try to throw a flick roller here and get back out to the field. Not great, but we'll have a shot. It's gonna be a long one though to try to get up and down for par. Got back out here. We do have an opening. We're basically just gonna 3-shot this bear all the way there. I do think I can reach it from here. Not sure how far it is. It does look like there's a bunch of water up there. It has rained over the last couple days. So let's try to avoid that. There is no like OB or anything here, but oh, I early released it. Okay, that's gonna leave us a long one for par. That's tough. But I guess that's kind of the point of these 3-disc challenges, is to not be easy. It's meant to be tough and to help you sharpen your skills and learn new discs. All right, I tried to set the camera up back a little bit so you guys might be able to see the basket. It's just around this second cluster of trees. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to just throw this buzz on really heavy hyzer high in the air, spike it in there. That was not high in the air, but it might be a decent result. I think if I gave that a little bit more airtime, it would have been better. Let's go tap it in. Bogey putt. Wait for the truck to go by. Oh. Well, that's high. And then that's low. I guess that's a correction anyways. All right, double bogey. Not the end of the world. There's still plenty of holes left to try to get some birdies, some easy holes too. That was tough, and that's just a poor tee shot leads you to nothing. And then I kind of had to throw that flick roller there, which that didn't pan out. Just a couple bad shots in a row there, but let's turn it around. Let's get a good shot, keep it rolling. All right, welcome to hole 14. And I know I said that the back 9 is easier than the front 9 earlier, except for this hole. This hole is not too bad, except for when they have the pin positions in the longest pin position, which is where it is now. This is a play for par. I haven't found a good way for me with my distance to get there for birdie on this hole. So really what I'm gonna try to do is just throw this bare. I'm probably gonna forehand it because where the basket is, I think trying to get into this gap over here on the right leads us with the best upshot chance. So that was one of the stranger feeling forehands I've ever thrown, but it honestly was pretty good. And because that disc does have some slight stability to it, which is nice, it fought out. Unfortunately, not enough stability to fight out of it to get us where we wanted. So we're behind some trees, so it's definitely gonna be a tough shot from there. All right, we caught, I don't know whether to call it a good break or not, but the basket is not in the position where I thought it was. It's actually in a position off to the right over here, which I would call it a good break because now we have at least some kind of shot. Where if the basket was back this way like I thought, I mean, we're having to try to do one of them, you know, maybe scuba out over. This, I'm gonna try to play this bare high on angle to where it kind of flattens out and drops in there. It did what I wanted it to do. I would have liked to have gone out a little wider. I think it would have been better, but let's see what we're left with. Okay, honestly, not bad. I can't really complain at a look at the basket for par here, especially throwing to the wrong position. Oh no, that was just way too much hyzer. Okay, that's another bogey. So that puts us at 3 over. We're gonna have to dig deep. We're gonna have to dig deep. The next hole is birdieable, but it's tough. It's all gonna be on the tee shot, because depending on where the tee shot is, we might have to just lay up for par. 16 with the bear. I think the bear is actually gonna be a good disc for 16. Of course, these are if the pins are where they were the last time I played out here, which, coming to find out, a lot of them have moved. So I guess I'm gonna hold off on my comments till we figure out where it is, but let's do it. Hole 15. Right now the wind is pretty calm. The way I normally play this hole is I go kind of up this gap, hyzer high over the trees and like spike hyzer it in, because the hole's not that far. The tee sign Yeah, the T sign says 230 feet. It's not that far. If not, we got to go through this kind of left straight gap, which is more what I'm thinking with the discs that we have. It is to an elevated basket. I'm trying to determine whether or not I want to throw the buzz and turn it over a little bit, or forehand this bear, kind of go for more of a low skippy shot towards the basket. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll try both of them. We'll try the buzz after the first one, but the one for score, we're going to go with this forehand here. That's just way too high. Get through there. Nope. Good news is we should just be able to lay up for a par from there. Bad news is we need birdies. We need birdies to get back to even par. That was turned over too much. Honestly, that would have had good distance if I had only had slight turn on that. That had a lot of turn on it, so. All right, we got a fortunate kick out of the trees here. Just try to do a little PA5 layup. Okay. Kind of a not great situation. Really need to make this putt to make the line because we're sitting at 3 over right now. And we got it. That's a big putt, huge putt. Okay, that's for par. And we're on to 16. We got 16, 17, 18 left in this challenge because we're playing the back 9 holes. Goal is even par. We're sitting at 3 over. We got 3 holes. We need to go birdie, birdie, birdie. Let's do it. Hole 16 in the 3-disc challenge. We need to go birdie, birdie, birdie on 16, 17, and 18 to try to get back to even par, which is what our goal was, even par or better. The basket is about 250 feet. This left narrow hallway, it's right down that hallway behind a tree at the end. I'm gonna throw this bear flat down the right, try to give it a little height so it has room to come back in. That was a little early. As long as it gets around that, we're gonna have a tester. But we made a good tester out of the trees on the last one. That was a must make. This one is also another must make. So let's do it. Okay, after the early release, we came up a little bit short, ended up in the trees. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm gonna just try to give it a spinny bid out of these trees here, right into the basket. There it is. That's big. That's real big. We needed that. That's a birdie. That gets us back to 2 over with 2 left to play. That was a big putt. Let's go. Okay guys, hole 17. 2 holes left, 2 birdies to go. Throwing buzz right down the middle, about 180 feet. Baskets are stacked on top of each other. Let's do it. That was, again with the early release. Gonna be another long one. Can we do it? Can we get 3 long putts in a row? I'm a believer. Okay, we came up a little short. I hit this palm front, it rolled backwards some. Long putt. Give it a floaty, spinny look here. Oh, I did not mean to go around the right side of that tree, but it actually was a good look. That's gonna be a par. I'll tap that in. It's literally right under the basket. That's gonna take us to 18. Good news is 18 is a par 4. And if I juice one off the tee, there's a chance for a throw-in eagle, which would get us back to even par. that would be electric. Let's do it. Hole 18, final hole. I appreciate everybody watching the video. If you made it to the end, like, subscribe, comment, drop me a comment. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Looking for the feedback. This has been a fun 3-disc challenge. We're gonna end it off throwing the bear. We're gonna try to full crush it as far as we can and get out, hopefully end up with 100, 120 foot chance at a throw-in eagle, because this is a par 4, to get to even par. We made it to 18 with a chance, but we need an eagle. Let's give it our best shot. Wind's actually died down a little bit, not too bad right now. I'm gonna try to give this full S-line flight. Turn that over a little much if that gets lucky around them trees. Yeah, we're looking at it. We're looking at it. I'm not sure what it's gonna be from there, but we'll see. It's now or never. This is the shot. Second shot, hole 18, par 4. We're sitting at 1 over par. We need this eagle to get back to par to hit our number. I'm going buzz. I'm gonna go high, turn over. That's too much turn, and it comes up short. I'll have to go up there and pitch that around and tap in for the par. But I appreciate everybody watching today's video. That's gonna be a par. Came up just short, 1 over. 3-disc challenge though, with the bear, the buzz, and the PA5. The bear, final thoughts are pretty good. If you're looking for an 8-speed driver that's on the more stable side, but not too stable, because I got a lower arm speed. So this disc actually works pretty good for me with a lower arm speed. It's not too overstable to where it just dumps everywhere. So it's pretty nice. I would definitely recommend this one to give it a try. The buzz, well, we didn't throw it a whole lot, but I still think it's just the hex is for me. Buzz just is not for me. The hand feel on the buzz is just, doesn't sit as nice in my hand, doesn't give me as much confidence as the hex does. And the PA5, I don't hate the PA5. We made some really clutch putts on the last few holes with the PA5, which came in real handy to even give us a chance on 15. I think long run with the PA5 for me just isn't gonna lead to much, because when I really try to power on it, it's just a little too understable for what I like in a throwing putter. Honestly, I throw the Praxis. It's got a little bit more stability to it than the PA5. But I do like the floaty, spinny nature of it putting. I would definitely give a base plastic PA5 a try for a putter making the bag. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.